All right. So your astrological natal chart is a blueprint of your life, and it offers unique insights into how you approach money, wealth, and security. Okay. And so in the last live that I did, I talked about the second house, the wealth houses, which are the second house, the eighth house, and the 11th house. These play a key vital role in your financial journey. And so, like I was saying last Saturday, I talked about the second house. And so today I'm going to be talking about the eighth house. Okay. And so, when you pair this information of your natal chart from your natal chart with smart insurance strategies, you can guide yourself to having more financial confidence and stability. Okay. So we're going to go into the eighth house. But before we do, real quick, if you are new to me or to the channel, my name is Katrice. I am the practical insurance agent, and I help entrepreneurial women to protect and secure their finances using insurance. Okay. And so, we're going to be talking about the eighth house. Eighth house is, it represents your shared resources and legacy. Okay. And financial legacy, because the 10th house is like your public legacy. Okay. Um, the eighth house, it governs your shared resources, your inheritance, your debts, and transformation. It also deals with estate planning because it deals with death as well. Okay. Um, so eighth house deals with the aspects of life that involve combining your resources with others, your long-term financial planning, and even the emotional and psychological aspects that are tied to money. Okay. I am so super excited to talk about this tonight. This is gonna be a good one. So I'm gonna put this into a playlist here on the channel so that you can go back and look at it. It'll be the financial astrology playlist. And you can go back and you can look at all of the videos in this playlist. Okay. All right, so shared wealth and financial merging. Okay, so the eighth house reveals how you handle your finances when they are tied to others. Okay, now this is whether it's through partnerships or marriage or your business collaborations. This house also talks about joint investments, and debt management. Now, if it's well aspected, then it indicates strong skills in managing your shared resources. Challenging aspects or planetary placements can indicate struggles with control or imbalances in your financial relationships. Get a little more light here. Okay. All right. So, the eighth house also governs financial transformation. Okay. And so this would include anything like inheritances, taxes, and settlements. Okay. It's where you face the reality of financial risks and rewards, requiring you to think strategically, requiring you to think strategically. Now, this house is about planning for the future, which would include life insurance, wills, and trusts. Okay, estate planning. Okay, and so this is ensuring your financial security for your loved ones. Okay, now if you are a student of astrology like I am, then you understand this pretty well. If you're not a student of astrology, I will link in the description a channel is my other channel that I have where I go in depth on astrology, and there's some astrology basis. It's a university, it's a whole setup. But anyway, you can go over there and um you can look at my astrology basics playlist, and it will help you so that you can understand more if you want to learn more. Okay, excuse me. All right. So let's get into talking about um, the signs when you have the signs on the houses. Okay. So the house, to understand astrology, you have to understand a few basic things. So the house is the area of life. Okay. And so in this instance, the eighth house is death, taxes, um, inheritance, it's shared resources, it's your financial legacy. Okay. It's transformation. Then you have the sign that's on the house. And so the sign is how that house's area of life is expressed. Okay. And then if you have any planets in that house, then that house is going to be something that is um, something that's a really important, an important area of your life during this lifetime. Okay. So when you have water signs on that house, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay, the water energy, it correlates to your emotions. And so it brings a very emotional and intuitive approach to the eighth house, okay? And so when you have water energy on the eighth house, um, then this makes you more prone to seek deep and trusting financial partnerships. Like you're not just going to go and invest all willy-nilly with just some random. You have to really trust the person who you are doing any type of investing with. Okay. And it also makes you highly protective of your family and legacy. And so life insurance and estate planning becomes a priority. Okay. Um, so if you have Scorpio on the eighth house, then you may benefit from creating a robust financial legacy through trust and tax efficient estate planning. Okay. Um, because Scorpio energy is ruled by Pluto, and it's tied to death. Okay, death, rebirth, and transformation. Okay. Now, if you have Cancer on the eighth house, then you might focus on setting up savings or investment accounts for your family's future security and ensuring that you have mortgage protection insurance to protect your home. Okay, so should something happen to you, you are definitely going to make sure that the home is secure and protected for your family. Okay, Cancer is a very big on home and family, protecting the home. And so that is going to be top priority for you. Now, having Pisces on the eighth house, it could emphasize you could want to do charitable giving as a part of your financial legacy. You may want to establish foundations or donate to causes that resonate with you. Okay? I have Pisces on the eighth house, and that is true because um, I do donate to causes that are important to me. Um, and I do, want to start a foundation. Um, I do want to start a foundation. I'm not going to say in what, but I am working on starting a foundation. And so, you know, because Pisces energy is a very spiritual energy, it's the last energy of the zodiac. And so it kind of like has absorbed all of the other energies into it. And so it is a very compassionate, a very spiritual energy. Now, if you have Earth energy on the eighth house, Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Now, Earth energy brings practicality and a focus on on stability. Okay, and so in the eighth house, um, if you have these signs, then you probably excel at managing joint finances with a long-term perspective. and that you are meticulous about avoiding debt and ensuring financial growth. Okay. So if you have Taurus on the eighth house, you may prioritize investments in tangible assets like property, using insurance to safeguard against losses. Now, if you have Virgo on the eighth house, you could approach shared resources with a little bit more precision. You're going to be very detailed. You're going to have detailed finances. You're going to have insurance, layered insurance coverage to protect your interests. Okay. An example of that would be um, getting you would get, say, a term policy for mortgage protection. Then you probably would turn around and you may have an annuity set up for that will give you like lifetime income, and it will also even give income after you have passed away. And then you could have a IUL set up as to pull from um, where you could pull from, should you need to be your own bank concept. Okay. Um, Now, if you have Capricorn on the eighth house, then you would likely to value policies, things like long-term care. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn does rule old age. So long-term care insurance may be something that you definitely would want to have. You also are going to be big about leaving a financial legacy, making sure that when you die, that um, your family is also taken care of financially. Okay. Um, you also may look into investment linked insurance plans. So you might look into, say, like a indexed annuity. Okay, you might look into an indexed annuity because they are linked to the index, but they also give you that protection that you would never lose any money. Okay. Um, Now, if you have air on the eighth house, air is communication. Okay. And so when you have air in the eighth house, you prioritize communication and intellectual approaches to your shared resources. Okay. And so you may thrive in a collaborative financial planning, especially in partnerships. You want to bounce off ideas off of your partner or whoever you are investing in, especially if you have Libra on this house, because Libra is energy is really partnership oriented. It's big on partnership. And then you will benefit from clarity in policies that protect against unforeseen er, circumstances like umbrella insurance. Okay. So having Libra in the eighth house, you will focus on harmonious financial agreements and equitable distribution of resources and partnerships. Having Gemini on the eighth house, you may seek innovative and adaptable strategies for managing shared resources. You may like things like co-investing in diverse ventures or using creative approaches to consolidate your debt. And then having Aquarius on the eighth house. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the planet of shock and innovation. And so having Aquarius on the eighth house, you may emphasize leveraging technology and forward-thinking financial tools like blockchain and digital assets for long-term growth and security. You may really be big into investing into um, crypto. That might be something that you are really, really into. Okay. Um, Now, having fire on the eighth house, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, fire signs in the eighth house bring passion and boldness to their shared finances. And so they will take calculated risks in investments or joint ventures. Um, and they will benefit from insurance policies that safeguard against high risk decisions. Okay. So an Aries eighth house might need income protection insurance to maintain stability during ambitious pursuits. Okay. Um, I recommend if you have fire on the eighth house, it's a must that you have life insurance. I mean, it's a must for everybody, but it's not life insurance. It's a must that you have accident. Um, you have accident uh, coverage, accident policy. Um, That, yeah, you need an accident policy. Having Leo on the eighth house, you could embrace bold financial ventures like co-owning luxury assets. Real estate might be something that you are really into as a Leo eighth house, luxury real estate. And you might find value in high limit liability insurance to protect these joint investments. And then Sagittarius on the eighth house would definitely probably look into global investments. Sagittarius is a very global energy. Okay, it's the energy of the archer, the traveler, um, and so you probably would also look into overseas partnerships and wanting insurance policies that are tailored to international assets or overseas partnerships. Okay. And so um, once you go and look up your chart and you see what um, what sign is on your eighth house, you also need to look and see if there are any planets in the eighth house. Okay. Because depending upon the planet that is in the eighth house, um, is going to change the whole dynamic of the eighth house versus if it was no planets in that house. Okay. Transits also make a difference as well. Okay. Transits are when the planets are actually moving through the houses. Okay. Depending on the planet, that transit, you could sever some investments, you could get rid of some investments, you could start new ventures, want to take out new investments. Um, want to look into revamping your insurance. So it just depends on what's going on in the eighth house. Now, one placement that will cause, I've seen in charts of people for readings, I do astrology readings, and I've seen this in charts where having Chiron in the eighth house can it can really cause an effect because the eighth house also deals with the psyche. Um, and so you having Chiron there, you may really have to do a lot of work around your money mindset because it can cause you to have a not so great money mindset. It can be some wounding there when it comes to money, and it really isn't the money. It just shows up in the money, but it's a deeper rooted issue. But it affects your money uh, in a really, big way. Um, and so you have to work on the psychological issue in order to heal the issue with the money. Okay. Um, And so if you do have Chiron in the eighth house, it's the symbol, it looks like a little key. Okay. Now I personally say that Chiron is the key that unlocks your chart because once you heal your Chiron wound, once you recognize, figure out what your wound actually is, and you start working on healing that wound, um, your chart does unlock um, because Chiron and it deals with the psyche. Okay, um, it's just when it's in the eighth house, it's a deeper psychological wound versus when it's somewhere else. Um, versus when it's somewhere else in the chart. Here, okay. So But you want to look at whatever planets you have in the eighth house, because they will add more emphasis on the eighth house. And on my other channel, I do have a whole playlist of the houses and when planets are in the houses. And so you can go and you can check that out. Okay. And so let's talk about aligning insurance with the eighth house. Okay. So the eighth house invites you to think about long-term security and legacy planning. Okay. And so you can use the information that you found in your from your eighth house to manage your debt wisely. Okay. Because eighth house does cover debts. And so you can ensure that you have plans to cover your liabilities or consolidate your debt effectively. Okay. Um, Also, you can use its insights to safeguard your loved ones. Okay. And so you want to invest in life insurance and trust, um, so that you can leave an inheritance for your children and your children's children. Um, and then it helps you to prepare for transformation. So you want to periodically reassess your policies to reflect your major life events, like when you get married, when you get divorced, or when you have a child. Okay. Um, Also, when you sell a home, right? And so there's so many different major life things that you know we go throughout our lives. And a lot of times, when those major life events happen, we do not reassess our life insurance or, our life insurance or um, our state plans. And so it's very key that you do that. Now, uh, some people have said to me, well, I don't even know how much life insurance I should get. I know I need life insurance, but I don't know how much life insurance I should get. I don't know how to calculate how much life insurance I should get. And so I've listened to that. I've had people, my clients have said it to me, which is why it took them so long to even decide to get life insurance because they just didn't know how much to get. And even if, I do have some clients that already had it before they came to me and they were grossly underinsured. And so, because of that, I have created a free ebook that breaks down in depth exactly how to calculate how much life insurance you need. Okay. And the link to the ebook is in the description of this live. So you can go in and you can grab your free copy of that. It's absolutely free. But it explains exactly what you need to do, to how you need to calculate it. I have examples of different scenarios of calculations of life insurance, and also I there's a worksheet attached that you will get that's attached that it breaks it down exactly um, what is taught in the ebook is in worksheet form so that you can calculate and know exactly how much life insurance that you would need. Okay, should something happen to you. Okay, so it's free. So just click the link here in the video here. Now, if you watch it all the way to this point, I appreciate you. You are a real one. Please do share out this live if you found value in it. Also, if you like this type of content, um, and you want to be a part of the community, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you like this video, please do give it a like. So that lets YouTube know that people actually like it, and so they will show it to more people. Okay. All righty. And so that's all I have, okay, for tonight. So the next live that I will do, this will be on the 11th house. That is the last um the last house. And so it is the 11th house is on the community and collective wealth, and it is the wealth that you get from the work that you do in the 10th house. And so I will definitely, that's going to be a good one as well. And so if you're watching the series, you definitely want to come back for that one. Okay. And so until the next time, I will talk to you later. And yeah, have a good one.